Hey, it's Mr. Scoppa here with an update for October 17th, 2014. It's Friday. We're halfway through the month. We had a great field trip this week. We went to historic Palmyra. We checked out how things used to be, how things used to look. The kids saw what things were like before electricity, before cars, before all sorts of fun stuff like that. And I think it was a great thing for the kids to see some of the local history that we have and our tie into the Erie Canal and what a general store was like back in the 1940s because it closed its doors during the 1940s, and so they left things exactly how they were as far as the packaging's on the shelf and everything. So that was a really cool field trip for them to make connections to our New York State and our local history. Just a couple things. We're still working with the Iroquois. We're in our writing and in our reading. We are moving forward. We're going to look at some animals and some classifications and adaptations for science. In math, we're kind of switching our focus back and forth a little bit between multiplication and division, so please make sure that you are encouraging your student to be working on those multiplication flashcards and getting those facts down, because that math fact fluency is really important. Which brings me to math. Lately, I know that some people may have felt a little frustrated because their son or daughter comes home and says, "Hey, I'm really not understanding this," and you're not sure quite exactly how things are being taught here in school, and there's not a textbook that goes home like there used to be, so because we don't do things wrote out of a textbook anymore. But I want to talk about the fact of that they do have a resource to help them out. Okay, so let's say that, for example, this page came home the other day, the tickets for the play, and if you look right up here in the upper right hand corner, it says, "Note, students are working on breaking multiplication problems apart to make them easier to solve. Here they practice solving multiplication problems in a story context," and then it has a little book and it says SMH40. Just so you know, SMH40. What that does is that tells you that your students should be looking in their binders, and so you should be encouraging them to bring home their binders. And in their binders they have a math work section, and all the pages in the math work section have this dark border up here, and down at the bottom you'll see it says SMH. This one happens to be 16. I grabbed one of the student binders to show this, and what happens is at the beginning of each unit I give them a whole pack to clip in there. So like the other day we were working with division, and hold on, I'm looking at this upside down, and we multiplying groups of 10, we're getting there, 43, 40, and it referenced SMH 45, you see 45 down there, 46 and 47, and it tells them division strategies and what to do with the remainders. And actually, with the extras, that was actually some of the things that we were working with. So they do have that resource. Please encourage them to bring home their binders, because that's something that then you could probably look at and be like, "Oh, okay, I know exactly what it means," because there's visual examples and there's little descriptions of how to do it, and there's even a sample problem that you could work through down at the bottom, usually on each one of those pages. So that's just a quick idea of something to help you out with math at home if people are struggling and need to see some examples. So with that, I hope you have a great weekend. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself, and we'll see you next week.